Okay, hello. Good morning. Sorry, my hair looks a bit messy. I woke up with this hair. Okay. Hi Shane. How are you? Hi Zian. Hi Nathan. Oh, there's only three of you today, huh? I figure that you guys are still having your holiday, huh? It's a very cute hi Shane. Okay, so yeah, this is your holiday, but still thanks for coming to my class, and still we are going into a new chapter. Yeah, what's up? What's up? You want to gossip about him? What's up? Oh, really? Okay. And what did he say? What did he say? How is he, by the way? How old is he, by the way? Is he your senior or something? Okay, guys. I'm sorry. Let me erase this real quick. Okay. So we are entering chapter 4. We're entering chapter 4. Okay. 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 So how do you feel? How do you feel? Hi Wing. How are you? Uh, so how do you feel? I hope you feel okay. I hope you take it okay. Right, guys. We are into chapter 4. Oh, oh shit. Oh damn. I hope you feel better. Damn. Uh. Oh, okay, 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 okay. Huh? You mean you didn't tell him in real life, huh? What's up? Wing, what's up? How do I know what? Okay, guys. Chapter 4. Chapter 4. We have finally finished chapter 3. For God's sake. The digestive chapter. I am still kind of sick of it. Okay, so oh, okay, okay, okay. Yeah, but kudos to you. You're willing to tell him. Not many can do that. At least you tried. Is this May notes? No, it's not. It's actually April. It's actually April. I'm a bit slow in my progress already because other teachers have already entered this. I'm a bit slow. Okay. Anyway, today we are talking about disease. Okay, disease as in ping disease penyakit. Okay, so what is a disease? A disease is an abnormal condition. All right. As long as you are abnormal, you are away from normal, it is considered as a disease. Right? And the disease could be your body and could be your mind. It could be a physical disease or it could be a mental disease. Right, guys? I wish to highlight something. Your mental health is equally as important as physical health, right? They fail to realize that. Many tend to think, oh, when only you see the disease, when only you feel the disease is a disease, all right? Many people just kind of, just let mental disease slide, or they just play it lightly, like, yeah, you're fine, nothing's wrong with you. Guys, if you need help, please seek for help. Hey, go talk to someone. Go talk to someone. Come talk to me. Okay, I mean, I'm no therapist, but maybe I can make you feel better. Okay. Oh yeah, that I agree with him. That I agree. Body dysmorphia, right? Okay. Anyway, so it's an abnormal condition, which causes discomfort, difficulty, or to function, or to stress of an individual, right? But guys, we are not focusing on mental health. We're not focusing on mind because this is something really difficult to talk about. Okay, something very technical, right? So let's talk about body. All right, when we talk about physical health, physical disease, we have two types of disease. Okay, we have infectious disease and we have non-infectious disease. You know what's the meaning? You know what's the difference? Infectious disease is disease that can be transmitted. I can pass the disease to you. You can pass it to someone. And non-infectious disease, as you know, is a disease that cannot be transmitted. You cannot pass this to someone. All right. And what about the cause? What about the cause? Infectious disease, guys, please highlight this. Infectious disease is only caused by Pathogens. Pathogens. You know what? You know what is a pathogen? You know what is a pathogen? In Mandarin we call it 病原，生病的病，原因的原，病原。What does it mean? Okay, guys, pathogen is any microorganism. Okay, listen, it's any microorganism that can make you sick. All right, that can make you sick. Like for example, the COVID virus. Okay, the COVID virus. Is it a pathogen? Yes, it is. Why? Because they go into your body and they make you sick. All right. What else? You have the chickenpox virus. You have the flu virus. You have the dengue virus. What else? Anything that can make you sick. When I go into your body and make you sick, that's a pathogen. Okay? And this is the main point. Very important. You will be seeing this word a lot in this chapter. So pathogen. Right? So what is not a pathogen? What is not a pathogen? For example, your yogurt bacteria. You do know you have bacteria in yogurt, right? When you eat yogurt, it's for the bacteria, it's for your gut health. That bacteria, when you eat it, it doesn't make you sick. It makes you healthier. It makes you, healthier. So that guy, yes, that's the good bacteria. So that guy is not a pathogen, right? So every time we get sick, okay, guys, I'm sure every year you'll be down with flu like at least once, right? Every year there will be a few days you'll be under the weather. You have flu, you have what else? Fever, sore throat, coughing, things like that, right? Once in a year at least, right? Under the weather lah, right? That is because of pathogen. A flu virus has entered your body and now you feel sick. Not because, according to our moms lah, it is not because you are heaty. You know heaty? You know heaty? As in 热气, as in 熱氣. Whenever you get sick, your mom will tell you this thing, you sure 熱氣 one. Or maybe you played with the phone too much. You see, that's a stupid reason. Okay? Right. So, because you spend so much time on your phone, so you get sick. Wow, got like that one, man. Then why your mom play with her phone, she don't get sick one? I see double standard, right? So every time that you get sick, it's not because of heat. Hey, you don't need 涼水. Please don't drink that shit, please. You know, 涼水 is a very bad thing, right? Okay? 涼水 is unregulated. It's made from herbs or grass or whatever shit that is unregulated. It could have dangerous substances inside. Yes, 涼水, yes. I absolutely hate that shit. I don't get why people can drink that. Okay, it's disgusting. It's grass water, right? Invented by some Chinese dude a few thousand years ago. Oh, this is good for health. No, it is not. It is not, right? So you don't need 涼水. When you are under the weather, all you need to do is sleep. Take some sleep. Your body will fight the pathogen itself. You don't need some stupid 涼水 or whatever. If you really want something to make you feel better, Panadol, painkiller, that's the only thing you need. Take some painkiller, go to sleep, and hopefully your body fights this thing. Okay, if your body doesn't fight this thing, if your body cannot fight this thing, guess you'll die. Oops, better luck next time. Right, anyway, so everything is pathogen. Everything is pathogen. So enjoy it. That stupid meme. Okay, so pathogen. And what about non-infectious disease? Okay, non-infectious disease, they are caused by two reasons. Number one is genetic factor. Number two is lifestyle. Okay, what do I mean? Okay, what are some non-infectious disease? Right, you see, these diseases, they are caused by either genetically or like your lifestyle. You didn't live healthily. Like you see, cancer. You don't pass cancer to someone, do you? No. Okay, cancer can be genetic, it can be lifestyle. If you eat tai chow every night, of course you're going to get colon cancer like 20 years down the road. You know colon cancer, right? Okay, your large intestine cancer. What is hypertension? This is 高血压, high blood pressure. Okay, same thing lah. High blood pressure is for people who don't study science. We study science, we say hypertension. You know, it's diabetes, right? You know, it's diabetes, right? As in 糖尿病 so diabetes, you drink too much bubble tea, asthma, cardiovascular disease. What is cardiovascular disease? Okay, guys, cardio means heart. Vascular means your blood vessel. Okay, so this disease, your hypertension, actually belongs to your cardiovascular disease. Okay, it's part of it. Right? So these things, you cannot pass it to someone. It's by your lifestyle. You don't eat healthily. You eat nasi lemak as your breakfast every day. Guys, nasi lemak is not healthy, huh? I think you know this. I've said it last chapter. So if you eat it every day for your breakfast, well, it's not very good for you. Okay, yeah, I know nasi lemak is great. I know. I think nasi lemak is great too. But our heart and our blood vessels certainly doesn't think so. Right? My tongue says yes, but my heart says no. Right? You wanna get a bypass surgery by 40? You can have more nasi lemak. Right. Anyway, so what are some infectious disease? Okay, guys, among all of these, which have you heard before? Okay, like flu, you know lah. Which have you heard before? There's so many here. Do I consume salt or sugar pre-workout? Actually, you need both. You need sugar for the energy. You need salt for the electrolyte. Why do you ask? That's a very good question. Okay, so which one have you heard before? Which one have you heard before? I'm sure you have heard of flu. Okay, I'm sure you have heard of dengue. Oh, you have heard of H1N1? Okay, good. What else? Have you guys heard of SARS? No? Okay. I'll explain one by one. Okay, what is tuberculosis? What is tuberculosis? In short, we call this TB. Okay, we call this TB. Huh? That one is SARS lah. Walao. That one is SARS lah. Okay, all except laptop. Okay, I'll talk about this later. Okay, so what is TB? Okay, TB is a lung infection. TB is a lung infection. It is much more serious than COVID. Okay, this thing's death rate is 100 times of COVID. COVID is nothing, right? COVID is nothing. TB is something, right? But don't you worry, because you are already vaccinated when you're born. Do you guys have this? Do you guys have this scar here? This is the vaccine for TB. This is the vaccine for TB. We have a name for it. I'll talk about this next week. It's called your Bacil calmette guerin. In short, we call it BCG. When we say BCG, you know this is for TB one. You are already vaccinated. Supposedly, I don't know whether you heard this before. Supposedly, you need to take another dose at 12 when you are standard 6. Have you heard this before? They say, oh, standard 6, you need another injection. But they didn't, right? Why? Because you already have 2 doses when you're a kid. Okay? That 12-year-old dose is supposed to be a booster dose. Now, do you know what is a booster dose? Guys, do you know what is a booster dose? Before COVID happened, this booster dose, nobody heard of it one. Now everyone knows, oh, booster. I'm sure your parents have like 3 shots of COVID. They did, right? I mean, I had 3 lah. Maybe they had 4. Yeah, so the 3rd dose is your booster, right? So what is a booster? Do you know what is a booster? A booster is something that makes your immune system a bit higher to give you more protection. So like you see, you can take the 4th dose right now because that's the... Do you guys know there's a new strain of COVID, right? You can actually go and take the 4th dose. So the 3rd dose of your TB at 12 is actually your more protection, yes. Okay, so the 3rd dose is supposedly be your booster dose. But the government cancelled it. You know why? Because TB is not already a thing in Malaysia. It's already not a thing. Because TB used to be very serious in Malaysia. Okay, and then TB just kind of died down already. So we are like, yeah, you want to go and take booster, go take it yourself, lor, because it's not important. Oh yeah, yeah, the Form 1 one, which is this one. We call it HPV, human papillomavirus. This is for cervical cancer. For cervical cancer. For a reason because of the backlog. Because of the backlog. Because 2 years, 3 years ago was MCO, right? So Form 3 this year, they haven't even had their shot yet. So they need to clear up the Form 3s first, and then the Form 2s, and then the Form 1s. Supposedly, you are taking it in Form 1. This thing stops you from cervical cancer. You know what is cervical cancer? You guys know what is cervical cancer? Hopefully they can clear up the backlog by this year, lah. Hopefully. So that's a cervical cancer. Okay, so the Form 3s they are taking it lah, as I speak, as my student told me lah. So they are taking it. So maybe it will reach your turn this year. I don't know. Hopefully, right? So that's your TB. Flu, you know lah. Guys, flu is not runny nose. No, no, no. The one is just runny nose. Flu is the whole package. Flu is the whole package. Fever, flu, runny nose, sore throat, cough, things like that. It's a whole package, right? This thing comes from the word influenza. Influenza is one of the most common disease. Okay, you will catch it once a year, maybe twice, right? Around there. And then your ringworm and tinea, these two, they are your skin disease. When you get itchy skin, you see spots on it, usually it's ringworm or tinea. You get it by touching someone with it. Okay, what is leptospirosis? In Mandarin, we call this, okay, we translate this thing, we call this rat urine disease. Rat urine disease. Heard of it? Heard of it? 鼠尿病。鼠尿病，听过吗？ Leptospirosis. It's when you touch something with rats, rats peed on it, and then you touch this, and then you get a disease. Right? That's why you see, guys, rats, they carry a shit tons of disease. Okay, like one of my students got this before. One of my students got this before. She went around a park, and then she go and pick up some, she was a kid lah, she told me. And then she went and pick up some Coca-Cola bottle, and she went home and then she got it. Okay, you drank it, okay, good for you. So that's your lepto lah. Leptospirosis. It's quite common in Malaysia because Malaysia, we are not a very hygienic country. Let's face it, we see littering everywhere. We see rats everywhere. I mean, my house downstairs, there's a lot of rats already. So that's leptospirosis. Dengue, you know lah. Dengue, you know lah. You guys know dengue? Have you gotten dengue before? Guys, get it once and you will know. It's absolute hell, right? It's fever, non-stop fever for a week. Okay, you need to be hospitalized. They need to monitor your platelets level, and they need to draw your blood every freaking day. 6 or 4, okay? Wasn't fun, isn't it? Wasn't fun, was it? So absolutely hate it. I got it 5 years ago during Chinese New Year. You see, of all the times I have to get it during Chinese New Year. Absolute hell. Right. Anyway, what is malaria? What is malaria? Malaria is like another version of dengue. It's caused by a different mosquito, but this is more serious. One of the most serious infectious disease in the world. You see this a lot in Africa. A lot in Africa. One of the highest death rate disease in Africa is malaria. Okay, and of course SARS. What is SARS? SARS is the brother of COVID. They belong to the same family. COVID came out at 19, right? 2019, right? SARS came out at 03. I was standard 6 that time. Okay, in Hong Kong lah. Hong Kong, Guangzhou was the serious one. Okay, and the thing kind of died down because the infectious rate was not high enough, and the death rate is much higher. So that's a SARS. They belong to the same family. They belong to the same family. And then H1N1, this is what we call the swine flu. Swine flu. You know what is a swine? You know what is a swine? Swine is babi. Okay, as in pig lah. So this thing was carried by pigs, swine flu. And have you heard of H5N1? H5N1. This is called avian flu. Avian flu. Avian is bird lah. Bird flu. You get it from chicken. If you don't cook your chicken enough, you get H5N1. So you see, they belong to the same family as well. They just kind of, mutated. And then you have H3N2, H2N4, H4N2, things like that lah. So it's like a family. Okay, it's like a family. Yeah, the new COVID variant, the Arcturus variant, what? There's a new variant coming up. So that's why they say you need to go and take a booster if you care lah. If you care lah. But from what I see, people don't really care about this COVID shit already. Like at least I don't care. I'm not wearing my mask anymore. I go physical class, I just don't wear my mask because I hate teaching with something in front of me. So if you're really scared, go and take the booster shot. Okay, I might plan to go and take one. Okay, just to not to make me feel so sick when I get it. Okay, you know what is Zika? Guys, heard of Zika? Zika was caused by the same mosquito as dengue, right? So if you are bitten by the mosquito, the dengue mosquito, you could get dengue or you could get Zika. Heard of this before? It was quite a thing in Brazil. It was quite a thing in Brazil. Malaysia not so much. Malaysia is still okay. So Zika is was a thing like a few years ago. Then the thing kind of still here lah, but it's not very common already. Okay, so these are your infectious diseases. Guys, I cannot possibly say, explain all infectious disease. Okay, guys, I do have a question. What is the most deadly infectious disease? What is the COVID case per day? How would I know? I don't care. Okay, what is the most deadly infectious disease that you can get today? Come, test your general knowledge. See whether you know this. Nope, it's not COVID. COVID is 0 point something%. Hello. COVID is like, compared to this thing, COVID is cute. What is the most deadly? Nope. Chain cancer is not infectious. TB, no. TB death rate is only 1%. The disease I'm mentioning now is 99. When you get this infectious disease, you're almost certainly dead. Nope, not dengue. Dengue is 1%. As a hint, okay, I'll give you a hint. This thing is caused by a dog bite. Say something. Okay, it says something, what is that thing? What is, if you get bitten by a wild dog, you will get this thing called rabies. Okay, heard of it before? Okay, guys, here's the thing. Okay, I'm supposed to mention this next week, but you know what? Here goes. Okay, guys, next time if you go and rescue wild dogs, okay, stray dogs, and if you got bitten by them, please, for the love of God, please go and get a vaccine shot. Go and get is it a vaccine or a serum? Whatever lah, go and get a rabies shot. You know why? Because rabies, if you got it, you won't get it at first. It will hide inside your body. It will incubate for 2 to 3 weeks. You know what is incubate? That means they hide there and then they reproduce. When the symptom starts coming, when your rabies symptom shows up, you are almost certainly dead. And it's a slow and painful death. You'll be having seizure, okay? And you will behave like a wild dog. You will start salivating. You feel like biting people. You are scared of water. Go and YouTube. Go and search on YouTube rabies patient before they die, and you will see how terrifying it is. Right? This thing has 99% death rate. People who have survived rabies is not more than 10. Guys, you don't fuck around rabies, you fuck around and you find out, right? You are for sure dead. 99%, guys. So please don't play with this. Next time when you get bitten by anything, right? Not just dogs lah, foxes, whatever. If you're bitten by anything, please go and get a rabies shot. Because if you get your rabies shot, the death rate is 0. See how amazing it is? So please get yourself jabbed if you got bitten by something. Okay, anyway, today we'll talk about infectious disease. In fact, this chapter is called infectious disease. Okay, so that's what we are going to focus on. As we know, infectious disease are caused by pathogens. Okay, pathogens are organisms that cause the disease, like all virus, some bacteria, Protozoa, fungi, and worms, they are pathogens. Okay, so pathogens are transmitted from an infected person. Okay, if you're infected, you're called a host. Okay, you pass it to someone. Okay, true. Okay, we have 4 ways of passing pathogens. Right, guys? Pay attention here. This is the main point. So we have airborne disease. Okay, pathogens pass by air. We have waterborne disease. Pathogens pass by water. We have contact. Right, when I touch you, you get it. And we have vectors. Guys, what is a vector? Do you know what is a vector? Do you know what is a vector? Vectors are animals or insects that carries the disease. I knew it one. Whenever I say vector, it's either they will say Despicable Me, Despicable Me 1, the first movie, the villain was Vector, what? The orange suit guy, the one that go and steal the moon. The one is Vector. It's either this or they'll tell me, oh, sir, Vector is a gun from PUBG. No, no. It's either these two one. You're not sian one, man. Every year I teach the same thing. Every year I hear the same thing. Oh, sir, Vector is from Despicable Me. No. Come on. Okay. Bad soup. Yeah, you see, bad is a vector. Okay, anyway, so 4 vectors are 4 vectors. Okay, so number 1, we have airborne disease. Okay, so as you know, airborne disease is when I sneeze in the air, when we share the same room, and I go, okay, and then you inhale my droplets, then you get sick, lor. Right? So what are some airborne disease? You know lah, okay, TB law, flu law. If you stay in the same room with people with flu, and then you get it law, SARS law, H1N1 law, chicken pox. Guys, chicken pox, right? Okay. Okay, chicken pox, right? COVID-19 law. Okay, share the disease, share the love. Okay, so this is airborne disease. This is airborne disease. So how does airborne disease transmit? So it's either by droplet. When I sneeze it out, when I go, droplet. Okay, droplet. Yeah, there's the monkeypox also. Okay, sneezing, coughing, talking, yawning, breathing. I will spit out the droplet. Or by dust. You know what is dust? Okay, when you spit, which you shouldn't do that. Okay, when you spit, when your saliva dries up, okay, let's say you spit on the street, please don't do that. Only Sakais do that. Okay, when you spit on the street, when the spit dries up, the virus now turns into dust. When the wind blows, the dust will travel in the air. When you inhale the dust, that's when you get sick, right? That's why sometimes you get sick for no reason. You see, you're like, I have no people sick around me. Why do I still get sick? Because of the dust. Okay, not the dust in your room, not the dust in your room on your floor, the dust that is in air spitted out by someone. Yes, only in Malaysia, exactly. Right? So it's either by droplet or dust. Okay, so how do we stop this? Guys, I think you already know how do we stop airborne disease? How do we stop COVID? These 3 years of disease, I think it taught you something. So what's the way? Okay, yes, mask. You see, last time, I cannot say mask. I have to say cover the mouth and nose. Wear mask, law. Okay, and one more thing. Avoid being in a crowded place. We where got say so long one. What do we call it? What do we call it? We get away from each other. No, not sleep at home. It's called social. Social distancing. Are you not sick of this word? Please stick to what's the 3 alphabet? Our Prime Minister that time Muhyiddin keep saying one. Please stick to the SOP. I'm so sick of this word already. Right? See, last time I say social distancing, people say, yes, sir, this word so high class, we don't know leh. Now you know. Hello? Social distancing is like everyone is saying it. Okay, you don't racist lah. All racists do the same one. Okay, so avoid being in a crowded place. And one more thing. Ensure the living place gets enough light, sunlight, because UV ray can kill certain microorganisms in the air. Do you have a big window in your room? If you do, please open your curtain, let the sunlight in every day. Sunlight will kill bacteria and microorganisms. It will kill pathogen. It makes you less likely to get flu. Okay, it makes you less likely to get flu. So sunlight is actually very important. Can grow, I mean, if you have mole lah. Moles, yes, mole not. Mole, they don't like sunlight on eh. So get some UV into your room. Go get some sunlight. Hey, expose yourself to the sunlight. Not only it kills the pathogen on your skin, it also makes you healthier. Guys, do you know sunlight makes you a happier person? Okay, Mozart died because of lack of sunlight. So let that be a lesson. You know what they say about Mozart? Mozart was a very pale person. Okay, he did not expose himself to a lot of sun. That's one of the reasons he died. Okay, we still don't know how Mozart died, but the speculation, they say Mozart died because of TB. Mozart died because of TB. One of the guesses lah, right? But nobody knows. Okay. Yeah, I said yes. Go and touch grass. That's what I mean. Get some sunlight. You need UV ray for God's sake. Okay. Get some sun into you. Please don't hide in your cave and watch anime all day. That is just sad, right? How you get a girlfriend next time? How you get boyfriend next time? Go touch some grass. So Shane, have you moved on, Shane? I'm curious. Have you moved on? I don't know because in my case, when I tell someone my feelings and they don't reciprocate my feeling, I'm like, you know what, screw you, I'm moving on. Okay. Okay, cool, right? I mean, there's no use crying over spilled milk, right? So move on. That's the mature way, Shane. I'm proud of you. Right. Anyway, so next, waterborne disease. Waterborne disease. Okay, guys, let me ask you. Have you heard of cholera? Have you heard of typhoid? Have you heard of these two diseases before? I don't think you have, right? I don't think you have, right? These diseases are caused by waterborne. And you don't just get it in any water, guys. Oh, you might say, sir, do we get it in our tap water? No. As long as you have chlorine in your water, do you know we have chlorine in our national water? You know your tap water already has chlorine in it. As long as your water comes from a tap, it has chlorine. I don't care what country you are from. Even you are as dirty as, okay, what's a very dirty country? Okay, let's say Bangladesh. Oh yeah, India. Okay, Bangladesh or India. So let's say you go Bangladesh. Even their tap water has chlorine. Okay, there is no excuse for them not to put chlorine. Okay, so unless you get your water from river or you get it from a well, that is something. Please don't be stupid, huh? Don't just go to a river. Oh, the water looks clean and you go and drink it. That's how you die. Okay, for God's sake, man, please don't do it. Okay, so what is waterborne disease? Okay, guys, waterborne disease is caused by very dirty water, unchlorinated water. Only happens in very, very poor country. Yeah, start in the jungle. Or you know the Ganges River? You know the Ganges River, the longest river in India? That place has a lot of cholera and typhoid, right? So just boil your water for God's sake, then you won't get it. Okay, so you see, how does it happen? How does it happen? Usually it passes through water. Okay, last time, let's go to 200 years back. Cholera and typhoid is really a very common thing. Why do I say so? Okay, let's say you have Kampong A here. Let's say there's a Kampong A here, and then someone in Kampong A has cholera. Okay, so what did he do? He go to the river and he shit there. He shit at the river. Okay, he go and shit at the river because last time people shit at the river, so they shit at the river, and then the bacteria will just go with the river. Now you're in Kampong B, you're in Kampong B, you take the water from the river, you drink it, yay! Guess what happens? You get cholera, and your whole kampong will usually get cholera because you all drink from the same source, right? So this thing you get cholera from polluted wells, from any non-chlorinated water lah. Okay, I mean you can do that, but wow, so ghetto, maybe. So this is how you get it. So guys, nowadays there's no cholera already. You don't say, oh, I got cholera from drinking dirty water. No, you don't. Unless you're stupid enough to drink river water or something like that. As long as you drink from the tap, it's perfectly safe. Guys, I don't know whether you know this. Do you know Malaysia water you can drink straight from the tap? I mean, I wouldn't recommend it, but you can, right? You can go to your toilet, you switch on your tap and you drink straight from there. You'll be fine, right? But it's not recommended for you to do so. Why? Okay, let me explain. Okay, guys, I have a question here. You know who cleans our water in Malaysia? Who cleans our water? You pay their bills every 3 months one. No, not Shabas. Shabas is Selangor. Oh wow, good. That's the indoor water. Yes, indoor water. Oh, why am I searching Chris Hemsworth? Okay, so gay. Okay, indoor water. Okay, you know indoor water? You know indoor water? Have you guys passed by this thing whenever you're on highway? There's a big tank and then you see indoor water there one. So these are the guys that cleans your water. So please pay their bills. They will charge you like every 3 months. Okay, so guys, if you stay inside indoor water, if you stay here, okay, who stays in indoor water, right? Okay. But if you drink water straight from indoor water, it's perfectly clean. It's perfectly clean. But there's a but. Okay, let's say now indoor water, this is indoor water to your house let's say lah, from indoor water to your house maybe it's around 20 km. Maybe lah. Maybe I mean you stay quite some distance away from your nearest indoor water, right? So maybe it's 20 km. So how do they pass you the water? How do they channel the water to you? Anyone wants to guess? How did you get your water? Okay, you see your house water is from the meter outside, right? So where is it from? Yes, very good. That's from your underground pipe. You get it from your underground pipe. Okay, now you see this water here is perfectly clean. But this underground pipe has already been there for 30, 40 years. And the pipe, guess what? Is made from iron. Okay? And what happens when iron touches water for a very long time? You will get water and iron, they don't make very good friends. You will get rust, yes. So when the water comes to your house, it will bring some rust to you. Okay, now the question is, do you die from drinking rust? No, you don't. Okay, rust is perfectly fine. You can just drink it. It will not harm your body. It will not give you any benefit whatsoever. But your water is going to taste a bit funny. Your water will taste like iron. You know iron? You know when you taste your blood, it has that iron smell, isn't it? So your water is going to taste like that. Your water is going to smell like that. So if you don't mind that, you can actually drink straight from the tap, right? Hey, sometimes when your house has no water supply, like for a few hours or a few days, and then when the water supply comes back, when you switch on your tap, you see the brown color water, right? That's the rust law. That's the rust law. So yeah, our blood got rust exactly. So yeah, Wei Heng, that's the correct way. So what do? You put a filter. I still recommend you put a filter in front of your house to get rid of the rust. And that's it. That's it. Guys, please go and tell your mom. Our Asian mom's very paranoid one. Please go and tell your mom there is no chances are she won't listen to you. There is no need for you to boil your water. Do you know that? Indoor water already put chlorine inside your water. So why boil it? You're wasting energy. Unless you want to make Milo lah, different story lah. Okay, you don't need to boil your water unless you are really paranoid. I don't boil my water. I just drink straight from the filter. Okay, because ain't nobody got time for that. Right? Sponsored by Kuwait. I mean, you can put whatever fancy water dispenser you want lah. Okay. Hey, you know last time there was this thing called an alkaline water machine. What, the thing was a freaking scam. What is it? It's something called. It's like a machine. They make your water alkaline so that it's healthier for you. No, it is not. It's just a bunch of bullshit, right? Just drink from your filter will do. I mean, if you're really scared, then you boil it lor. You go and tell your mom, she will say, "Hey, 啥的咩，气心 one. I will sure boil one." Because I tell my mom already, she still boils her water one. Your mom, your mom will be forever be very careful. Okay, so that's your chlorine. As long as you have chlorine, you will never get these disease, right? And funny, I should mention that because I have a student who got typhoid before. Okay, what is typhoid, by the way? Typhoid is caused by a bacteria called salmonella. Heard of this? Heard of salmonella? We call it salmonella food poisoning lah, typhoid lah. So one of my students got it before. You know how she got it? You know how she got it? She got it because of uncooked chicken. She went to a hot pot place, okay, and then when she cooked her chicken, no, not from sushi. She cooked her chicken. You know hot pot, you have to cook your own chicken, ma. And then when she cooks her own chicken, the chicken is not fully cooked, and she got salmonella poisoning from it. This is why you don't eat raw chicken. I mean, who the hell eats raw chicken? You don't eat raw chicken and you don't eat raw eggs. Guys, eating raw eggs is not manly. Okay, you will get salmonella. Okay, you fuck around and you find out. Okay, so I asked my student, so how long were you in hospital? 1 week. And how much did it cost? 10K. Right? So don't mess around, huh? This thing is no joke. Okay, yeah, half boil is good. Half boil is good, right? So anyway, this is waterborne disease. You don't hear this before. Okay, so how do we solve this problem? Like I said, you add chlorine to your system, or just have good sanitation system. You know what is good sanitation? You know it's good sanitation. Your water, when you flush your toilet, longkang, your wastewater has a system to go away, right? That's your sanitation. Guys, think about this. 200 years ago, or even 100 years ago, there was no sanitation. What do I mean? Every day when you shit, you have to shit in a bucket, right? You have to shit in a bucket. Your whole family, you guys have to shit in a bucket. And at night, there will be someone here to collect your bucket, which is full of shit, right? No flushing, none whatsoever. So last time, you all have to share a bucket of shitting. So that is a poor sanitation system. Now you have flushing lah, you have things like that. You have longkang system. That is your good sanitation system. Okay, so you see, sometimes you just take things for granted. I mean, guys, you all have a bidet at your toilet, right? Do you? You know what's a bidet? The pipe you use to wash your butt. Got huh? Whenever I go to a place without bidet, I was just like, are you from the 19th century? Yeah, the bidet lah. Okay, so you guys have please don't use toilet paper. I just find toilet paper very disgusting. Okay, just wash your butt lah. Come on. Okay, next, contact. Okay, contact. You get all these disease. Okay, ringworm and tinea. Okay, guys, what is syphilis, gonorrhea, and AIDS? These three diseases we call it STD. Do you know what is STD? I'm sure some of you know. You know what is STD? Yes, this is your sexually transmitted disease. Okay, you go hanky-panky with someone without protection, that's how you get it. Right, syphilis and gonorrhea, this one is not so serious, but AIDS is something serious. Okay, guys, have you heard of AIDS before? Have you heard of AIDS before? This is an STD, right? Not just an STD, you can get it from sharing syringes too. You get it from drug addicts too. That's your AIDS, right? So, okay, so how do you transmit this disease? All these diseases, it can either be indirect contact. Skin disease can go through indirect contact. Let's say I have ringworm, I touch the table, and later you go and touch the table again, you get ringworm. So it's by accidentally touching the infected skin or wearing the clothes of an infected person. But direct contact, okay, sexually transmitted can only go through direct contact, such as sexual intercourse, blood transfusion. If I have AIDS, I donate blood to you, you will get it too. And sharing of syringes among patients and drug addicts, especially drug addicts. Drug addicts, they don't really care about the needle. They just share it among themselves. You see how disgusting it is? Okay, I use the needle for injection. Let's say I'm shooting up heroin. I use it already and then I pass it to you. You use it, you pass it to someone. We all share the same syringe and the needle. Okay, so that's how it works. So how do you stop this disease? You don't share clothing, don't share razor blade, who the hell shares undergarment? Do you share underwear? No. Don't share syringe, do not have sex with high-risk partner. Okay, but here's the thing, you see. Here's the thing. I have some friends, they have very high sexual needs, so they will sometimes go and look for sex worker. You know what is a sex worker? You know what's a sex worker? Someone who sells sex as a living. So some of my friends are, okay, not me lah, okay? Some of my friends, they will go for sex worker services, right? So actually, okay, guys, let me just tell you something lah, huh? Having sex with someone, it's not wrong. Okay, I'm not trying to justify this, guys. I still wouldn't recommend you do it, but still, every human has their need, right? It's just like you're hungry, you want to eat, it's the same thing. If you have the sexual need, you want to, better than you go raping someone, lor, right? If you want to pay someone for sex, it's completely fine by me. But if you do so, please, for the love of God, wear a freaking condom. Okay, condom is not just to prevent pregnancy. Condom is also to stop STD. If you wear a condom, your STD risk is almost close to zero, because there's no way disease can go through that thin sheet of rubber. You see, that rubber is very amazing. Although it's just a very thin sheet of rubber, it stops everything. Okay, if you have sex with someone with AIDS, with the condom on, there is a very, very low, I would say close to zero, that you will get AIDS. So please wear a condom. Okay. The condom broke, then good luck to you lah. Okay, good luck to you. All right. So yeah, so that's the thing. Okay, guys, do not confuse HIV positive and AIDS. It's different thing. It's different thing. You will first get HIV positive before you get AIDS. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That means, okay, if you have sex with someone with HIV and you get HIV today, you are considered as a HIV positive. You haven't have AIDS first, right? It is only 10 years down the road. Okay, 10 years down the road, you don't care about this thing. This thing slowly eats away your white blood cell, and then you will get AIDS, right? And AIDS won't kill you, but it will weaken your immune system so much that other disease will come and kill you. You will die because of a flu. That's AIDS. Okay, so anyway, and of course, next is our vector. These diseases, as you know, they are carried by vector. Vectors are animals that transmit the pathogens. So guys, I want you to pay attention to here. This is what they will ask in exam. What are the diseases and what vectors that cause them? Guys, excuse me for a few minutes. I need to go to the toilet. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, hi guys, I am back. Okay, are you guys with me? Are you guys still there? Are you guys still there? Hello? Are you guys still there? Okay, cool. Okay, so let's talk about the vector, huh? Okay. So dengue is caused by Aedes mosquito. You know it's Aedes mosquito? You know it's Aedes mosquito, the black and white one. Seen this before? Okay. So your Aedes mosquito, they will cause dengue. Same goes to Zika. Aedes and dengue, Aedes, what am I saying? Okay, Aedes will cause dengue and Zika, two diseases, right? And as for malaria, malaria is caused by Anopheles mosquito. This is another type of mosquito. All right, but you don't need to memorize this lah. As long as you know these three are caused by mosquito, it's good enough. Okay, pay more attention to dengue lah, because this is very common to us. Okay, and then leptospirosis, as I say, is caused by rat. It's a rat urine disease. And then typhoid and cholera, you might say, hey sir, I thought these are waterborne disease. Yes, that's true. They could go through food as well. That's why you have flies and cockroaches. Flies and cockroaches carries them too. Okay, and as for the other things, pathogens, you can look at it for fun, no worries. Symptom, don't need to memorize, because you know why? Every shit also fever one, you see? Dengue, fever. Malaria, fever. Zika, fever. Leptospirosis, fever. Typhoid, fever. Cholera also got fever one, okay? Everything you just write fever. I don't care, right? Anyway, so yeah, just memorize the vector will do. Just memorize the vector will do. Not really memorize, you just have to know. Okay, cool. So I think we shall go to our exercise before we end our class. Okay, so let's go to our exercise, shall we? Sorry, there's a lot of cat fur on my iPad. Okay, let's go to page 7. Okay, page 7. So identify the types of non-infectious disease. Okay, this is really easy. Abnormally high blood pressure. This is hypertension. Okay, hypertension. A disease involving abnormal cell growth with the potential to attack or spread to other parts of the body. If you just keep growing your cell and you get a tumor, that is called cancer. Right? Cancer is you growing a bunch of useless cells. Next, the disease that involves the heart or blood vessel, heart and vessel, that's your cardiovascular disease. Okay, good. A disease in which the body is unable to produce insulin. Okay, you have rise of glucose level. That is your diabetes. You know what is insulin? You know what is insulin? This is called 胰岛素. The hormone that stores your sugar. When you eat a very sweet meal, you eat a very sugary meal, your body will produce insulin to store the sugar. If you cannot make the insulin, then you will get very high sugar. That's how you get diabetes. Okay, next. What causes someone to be infected by infectious and non-infectious disease? So infectious disease is caused by a pathogen. Okay, BM is pathogen, same thing. Non-infectious is by genetic factor or your lifestyle. Okay, simple. All right, so number 2, you can do this yourself lah. This is a non-infectious disease. This is an infection. Oh, this is ringworm. This is ringworm. Can you see it looks like a ring? This is a ringworm. If you want to know. Okay, let's go to number 3, shall we? Let's go to number 3. So classify the diseases above into 2 groups based on their common characteristics. Okay, so how would you classify them? How would you split them into 2 groups? I mean, it's pretty easy, right? How do you split them into 2 groups? What would you go for group 1? What would you go for group 1? Okay, yes, you have your infectious. Okay, so who are the infectious here? Infectious here, not contagious, infectious. Who's the infectious here? Let's talk about group 1 first. Who's the infectious here? Flu, okay. You have 5 here, I think. Flu. What else? One of you give me each. Each of you give me one. What am I saying? Okay, each of you give me one. Flu, what else? Hello? What else? After flu? After flu? Yes, leptospirosis, good. What else? There's 3 more, I think. I think there's... Oh, wait, there's 4 more. 2, 4, 6, 8. There's 4 more, actually. Okay, Zika, good. 3 more. 3 more. Cholera, good. 2 more. How can you get this from someone else? Wait, what else? 2 more, come on. Easy peasy. Yes, tinea. This is your skin disease. Last one? Yes, chicken pox. You get chicken pox from someone, you get chicken pox from someone. Right? And the rest of it, diabetes, cancer, hypertension, heart attack, these are your non-infectious disease. Excuse me. All right, so B, state the characteristic that you use to do the classification in A. So how did you separate them? Of course, like we said, infectious disease and non-infectious disease. Okay, so C, based on the disease listed above, state a disease that's caused by each of the following factor. Okay, so who is caused by fungi here? Okay, guys, very easy. Anything that is caused by fungi is usually your skin disease. So who is the skin disease here? Tinea is your skin disease. Okay, tinea. And then Leptospira bacteria. This is pretty self-explanatory lah. That will be your leptospirosis. Influenza virus. You see the word flu? Flu. Okay. Unhealthy eating habits. Wow. So many. You can write diabetes, cancer, hypertension, heart attack. One of it, up to you. Okay. So easy, Easy, guys, I will leave it up to you to do the rest of it. What is a vector? Okay, good. What is a vector? What is a vector? Do you remember what is a vector? It is an animal that carries the pathogen. Okay, I want you to pay attention to the vector. Okay, animals that carry a vector. A pathogen. Okay, can so who's the vector disease here? Which disease is the vector disease? I can only see. Oh, I see three here. There's dengue. There's cholera. And then there's lepto. Okay, so these are vector disease. Okay, do the classification yourself. So, yeah, then there's one more here. Do it yourself. Guys, easy, Is this chapter easy? Quite easy, isn't it? Because next week, I hope I can finish this in 3 weeks. Okay, because next week I'll talk about your immune system. Oh, this is really interesting. What is a vaccine? I'll talk about this next week. This is really, really interesting. Okay, so I think I will stop here lah. I will stop here lah. So I hope you have a good Saturday. I will see you the same time next week. Jane, I hope you feel better. Okay, so have a good one, guys. Okay, have a good one. I will see you soon. Okay, have a good Saturday. Take care and bye, guys. Bye.